I'm going to go get food for tomorrow and gas in my truck so I don't have to buy anything. And I kind of have to hurry because Sabbath, thought my phone was ringing. Sabbath starts at sundown. And according to my phone, that's in an hour. Come on, don't you people know the Sabbath starts soon? Get home! Sabbath keeping is a very big deal to me. It's not always possible. I guess it is always possible, but Scripture is clear that the seventh day is the Sabbath, and I want to keep the Sabbath that the Messiah kept when he walked on earth. That they probably still keep in heaven, I would imagine, and it's in the Torah. It's a big deal. Keeping the Sabbath is of the Almighty, and I want to honor and respect His instructions to keep the Torah, and to remember His Sabbath that He created on the first week of creation. But it's not just because He said to. It honestly is a huge privilege and an absolute joy and blessing to keep the Sabbath. My goodness, I get to study His Scriptures, His Word. I get to meet with fellow believers. And just midrash and talk about Scripture and on the day He told us to, Honestly, you can't get much better than that. So maybe I should explain a little bit about the Sabbath. And according to the Hebrew calendar, the Bible basically teaches that a new day starts at sundown when the sun sets. So the Shabbat starts at sundown. Now, a few of the instructions that were given to us about the Sabbath were that you don't buy, sell, or trade on the Sabbath, that you do no work on it, that you remember the Shabbat, and I take that to mean remembering His day of creation, that this is what He instituted, and so on. And I also believe that we should assemble and come together as the body of Messiah. And He says treat it as a holy day. It is a holy day. It could a kadosh. Let me think if I can figure this out in Hebrew. A Yom Kodashim, or Yom HaKodesh. It's a holy day. Just went inside Starbucks because I know I'm going to want a latte in the morning. I'm going to heat it up in the morning. And this really reminds me of when the Israelites were walking through the desert or the wilderness, and the Almighty instructed them. He's pouring out manna on them and stuff, but He told them to gather extra for yourselves on the sixth day, so that you don't do it on the Sabbath day. And it's storing up and preparing for the Sabbath. So that's generally what I'm doing. I bought food, so I'm covered for lunch tomorrow, and I got breakfast and getting gas, so I don't have to buy any gas. This guy beside me sees my camera filming me. I better stop or I won't have any left for tomorrow. This week's portion, Torah portion, is Mishpatim, judgments. from Exodus 21.
Does that Thumbelina song have a name?
That's going in the vlog.
Please, no.
A physical reason here. There's spiritual reasons all throughout, but here's a physical reason. So that your ox and your donkey can rest, and the son of your handmaid and the stranger may be refreshed. With that, I'm going to be going to sleep in a little bit, and in the morning I'll be going to Shabbat Midrash with my friends.
What are you doing?
Morning time, I am heading to our Shabbat Midrash. Heated that up this morning. I'm actually really excited about the subject. I read the Torah portion last night, as you saw, and there's a lot of interesting subject matter. A lot of people, I think, would look at it and look at a lot of legalistic things. But the thing about the Torah is, for one, it's a bunch of stories on how not to do things. You see a lot of people do things certain ways, and they kind of get out of the way or the will of Yahweh, and they typically, mess themselves up pretty bad. So you have that aspect of the Torah, but you also have certain things where it talks about certain subjects in, referring to one thing, but it can also be applied in many different ways, realistically. So it really is the Almighty's perfect instructions, His perfect law. This is where we midrash.
How to study it.
I actually think that fits in today's Torah portion.
And I didn't. When did you read that? No, sir, I didn't read that.
Hey, we have those weeks. That's why everybody else
I'm
studies.
just sad. I'm just sad. I do all of this preparation because it's up here, and it feels in here too. It feels in my heart to know that whatever it is I want to do, I need to put forth a bigger effort, So I find myself just sweeping the surface with doing stuff that's really more important to me. It's like the very thing you should be doing is the hardest thing to do.
I think Paul said that, didn't he?
Is that true? Because I think
That I want to do, I don't, and that I don't, I do.
exactly, and I know exactly how you feel.
Well, that's really the gist of a Shabbat, a typical Shabbat. You get prepared for the day, you study, and you go and join with friends and midrash and talk about scripture. I actually had a lot of recording from the discussion, and it was it was amazing. Just all of us brought something to the table, and it was beautiful. But what happened was, when I got home, I put the file on the computer, and to edit it, the file was corrupted because the battery died, and so it didn't get to save properly. But maybe it's meant to be. I can't really complain. But it was it was a great discussion, and there was just a lot brought in. Everyone brought in something to eat, and we all ate, and that's basically what it was. And then I really enjoyed it, and of course we'll be doing it again next week, and it'll be wonderful. But I hope you enjoyed me sharing my Shabbat with you, and I hope it encourages you also to be able to live the Shabbat as we are instructed to. And now my battery's flashing again. I gotta get a new camera. But that's it. Shabbat Shalom. Like and share. Thanks.